I came to Chicago expecting what I've come to expect every summer, a Shibir, a chance to catch up with my friends, meet new people, have some good food and fun, acquire new smriti bits, and most important of all, catch up with Bhagwan and my spirituality. As soon as I started walking up the mandir steps, I remembered. I felt that familiar feeling. I was home. Everyone was curious and excited. What will the program be this year? We've seen a play. We've seen sound stages and concerts. We've seen panoramic projection and fireworks. What was going to wow me this year? Coming into the Shibir, all I really knew was the logo. A slick sunset-colored brushstroke surrounding a person in meditation over the words Hinduism, Nijatmanam Brahmarupam. I figured we might hear a lot of long, dense history and theory. But that was the wow factor. This was Hinduism simplified. The wow factor was simply stories. It was nostalgic at first, hearing all of the stories I have heard from my childhood. Stories that I've heard Swamiji tell me over and over again. But this time, I heard these stories in a whole new light. Athato Brahma Jignasa. Thus, my journey to understand my identity began.
We can better learn about ourselves, understand ourselves as Hindus, remove the clutter from our lives so that we can strive to become perfect like our Guru, to worship God, to attain ultimate liberation, to attain ultimate peace.
Nachiketa. A story about lighting a fire in myself to learn Brahm Vidya, to make spirituality a priority in my life and learn with sincerity.
Yenaksharam Purusham Veda Satyam Provacha Tam Tattvato Brahma Vidyam. So that by which both Akshar Brahm and Parabrahm are known is known as Brahma Vidya.
Bharatji. A story about how easy it is to get distracted from what I've set out to do and what impact that has on my journey in this life and the next.
If you please Maharaj and Swami, in these two Vachamrits, Maharaj says that if you please the Satpurush, then regardless of how bad your karma is, completely filled with red M&Ms. But if you do things to please him, Rajipo, then all these things, even if it's completely filled with red M&Ms, he has the capability of emptying it all out.
Janak Raja. A story about how Atmanishta can give me perspective to stay focused, and how my Guru reminds me over and over again who I truly am and what I can attain so that I stay on the right path without distractions.
From this one prasang from Janak Raja, we see that when we become Atmanisht, we are able to let go of all the enticements that this body wants, or the materialistic pleasures. And we only focus on two things, Atmanusukh and Bhagwan Paramatmanujasukh. We become visionaries, we see things in different light.
Kapil Dev and Devhuti. A story about how I should attach myself to my Guru and how he will ultimately grant me moksha, something that I can feel today, not at the end of my life.
So let's take out those layers now. It's that beautiful Akshardham. Let's get rid of our possessiveness of that everything is mine. Let's get rid of our laziness and want moksha now. Let's get our priorities straight and put him ahead in that list. Let's understand our true selves, which is the Atma. Let's get rid of all our desires and only have one. That's him. Experience that moksha now and later, and moksha will be clear.
Sitaji. A story about how our relationship isn't a one-way street. A reminder of what I owe to my Guru.
This is your past, this is your present, and this is your future. And again, in this Guru Shishya Sabandh, what happens? As we go through life, right? The past, present, and future are tied into this birth. what the Guru can do. The Guru can change whatever has happened in the past. He can change what's happening in the present. And if we follow his Agna and Marji, he can change the future and untie these knots. And so we all like to believe that we don't have any knots, right? That our string is without any knot. But our mind is full of different knots, full of different things that we understand or don't understand.
I came into this Shibir with my guard up, but my group lead and my friends made it easy for me to share all my doubts and gave me crucial insight into how I can put these eternal tenets of Hinduism into action in my day-to-day life, at school, at home, in the company of friends, and at Mandir. I didn't just get the what and the how, I learned the why. I learned that everything that I do in satsang, big or small, all ties back to some core tenet of Hinduism. And that everything in Hinduism, including the messages of these 5 stories, is encapsulated in one simple shlok, which itself is captured in 2 simple words, Nijatmanam Brahmarupam, which is embodied by one person and one person alone, my Guru, Pramukh Swami Maharaj.
By understanding, by imbibing that true Brahma Vidya, by understanding every single action has an equal and opposite reaction through Karmavad and Punajanma, by realizing your Atma and not the body through Atmanishta, by looking up to our Gurus, and to learn from his relationship with his Gurus, and by imbibing that Guru-Shishya Sabandh, and ultimately by attaining moksha. And attaining moksha in this birth and in this life. And that's our ultimate goal. And if we do all of these things, we will imbibe Nijat Manam Brahma Rupam.